That's a lot of money.
Got a better one for you. After 13 years in the National Football League, I wait 5 years to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, correct?
Correct.
Guess what else happens at 5 years? Your insurance just got turned off.
Ah, didn't know that.
So for me, in my 13 years of going into the Hall, also now it's time for you to go find insurance. So who you know go insure somebody who played 65% of the snaps in the National Football League for 10 plus years in the trenches? That wouldn't be a very good investment for you as an insurance company, would it?
Yeah, I didn't think about it that way. That's a big deal.
Oh no, this is the whole totality of it. When I tell you about a system, from start to finish, from the time you walk in.
That's a lot of money.
Got a better one for you. After 13 years in the National Football League, I wait 5 years to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, correct?
Correct.
Guess what else happens at 5 years? Your insurance just got turned off.
Now, I don't know if y'all know what's going on, if y'all hip to what's going on. It was a player for the Buffalo Bills named, I think his name Damon Hamlin or something like that. And he almost died on the field. Almost died. Hey Siri, I don't got Alexa, excuse me. How long is an NFL career? Hey Siri, how long is an NFL career?
Here's what I found from CareerTrend.com. According to the NFL Players Association, the average career of an NFL player is 3.3 years.
The average career for NFL players, 4 years. I'll just say 3.3, so it's 3 or 4 years. It's the average length. So you train since you're 10 years old to make it to the NFL. And then when you get there, you only play for 3 years. Then what? And then what? What you gonna do then? What, you gonna start rapping, selling drugs? What are you gonna do after them 3 years? It's a plot and a ploy. You feel me? To use black people so they can get rich off your body. Warren Sapp say after 5 years after he retired, it took him to get inducted into the Hall of Fame. And then after them 5 years, they cut off his insurance. It's a brother almost died playing football. And guess what he said after he woke up? Who won the game? Man, stop. Go ahead.
All right, so like if I could real quick. Not to mention, have you ever seen one of like the NFL Combine?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I played football. I played football since this is why this is personal to me. Anything about football be personal to me because I played football from when I was 11 years old to my senior year in high school, and I was always one of the best players on the team. And I always, I don't know, it was by luck, I guess, played on a good team where we was like always one of the best teams in the league. And it's not till I came into the truth till I realized I was falling into the same trap that everybody else was falling into.
Right. And if I could real quick, like them NFL combines look a whole lot like what them slave masters would do back in the day when they would I guess just look at the slaves to see what they was getting.
If I may, they got a book. It's called $40 Million Slave.
Right.
$40 million slave. And that's what Warren Sapp realized now. Look at him now. This Warren Sapp. This is one of the best defensive tackles of all time. And they showing his highlights. I want to play it again because it's showing his highlights as he talked. He was like, a defensive tackle just supposed to get sacks. He's supposed to hit the quarterback or make the running back not get a lot of yards. This man was catching interceptions, causing fumbles. He is one of the best defensive tackles that ever played a game. And he said after 5 years, after he got inducted to the Hall of Fame, they cut off his insurance.
The money.
Got a better one for you. After 13 years in the National Football League, I wait 5 years to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, correct?
Correct.
Guess what else happens at 5 years? Your insurance just got turned off.
Ah, didn't know that.
So for me, in my 13 years of going into the Hall, also now it's time for you to go find insurance.
Nigga, I just made y'all rich. I just made the Tampa Bay Buccaneers rich. He won a Super Bowl. And you telling me after 5 years, I got to go find insurance? Ain't nobody going to insure me.
Right.
I've been getting beat up since I was 11 years old. They're not going to insure me. And if they do insure me, it's going to be so high, I ain't going to even be able to afford it.
So who you know going to insure somebody who played 65% of the snaps in the National Football League for 10 plus years in the trenches? That wouldn't be a very good investment for you as an insurance company, would it?
Won't be a very. The white
Right.
man is the devil.
That's right.
Oh, billionaires, and you won't insure this man because you know he might die or might have to need surgery, and you're gonna have to pay some of the money.
Or have that
Yeah, I didn't think about that way.
that brain what's making all them NFL players kill themselves and their family and stuff like that. CTE, is it CTE, something like that?
Yeah.
I watched the class. You know what I'm saying?
When you get okay, this is what Will Smith played the doctor in the movie. I can't think of the doctor name. Just Google Will Smith, and the movie is called Concussion. They came out with the concussion protocol because of this doctor. He's an African, and he realized that a lot of these NFL players that was killing themselves and killing people and doing all this stuff after the NFL, and they realized that it was a reason why they was doing it, because when it hit head to head, your brain rocks against your skull, and that's never supposed to happen. And what he realized, he studied all these animals and these different species that run like a cheetah. Cheetah was one of his main studies. A cheetah runs 60 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour in 3 seconds. But it only got, I think the cheetah only does it in a span of time. It can't do it for a long period of time, but in like a minute, it can run 80 miles an hour to catch its prey. And that's a lot of running. It's a lot of shaking. Mm-hmm. And when he studied the cheetah and wondered why the cheetah could do it, because his tongue is wrapped around his brain. You could Google it if you think I'm lying. The cheetah's tongue is wrapped around his brain. So when it's running that fast, his head and the brain don't shake against each other. And when he did the study, he realized that the human species is the only thing on the planet Earth that doesn't have cushion between the brain and the skull. And he said God did not intend for us to play football. And they wanted to kill him. He had death threats, all type of stuff. And instead of killing him, they just came up with concussion protocols where you can't hit helmet to helmet in football, or you get thrown out and you get fined $500,000, $50,000, whatever amount of dollars, depending on how bad it was. So this doctor was really finna destroy the NFL. Where the NFL was gonna be canceled, destroyed. Football was not gonna be a sport anymore. But like you said, they came up with the concussion protocol because of CTE. And this is the type of stuff our brothers got to go through, because 90% of the NFL is black. Right. So this is the type of stuff they got to go through.
That's a big deal.
Oh, no, this is the whole totality of it. When I tell you about a system, from start to finish, from the time you walk in.
If I may, let's get 1 Esdras 1:51 in the Apocrypha.
Got a better one for you. After 13 years in the National Football League, I wait 5 years to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, correct?
Correct.
Guess what else happens at 5 years? Your insurance just got turned off.
Good night. You go ahead whenever you got it.
It's the book of 1 Esdras, chapter 1, verse 51. But they had his messenger in derision.
Hold on, wait, in derision? Had it in derision. His messengers, God chosen people, in derision. Derision is the use of ridicule or scorn to show contempt, the state of being laughed at or ridiculed. His messengers was in derision, the state of being laughed at. Warren Sapp is being laughed at. Colin Kaepernick was being laughed at. LeBron James was told to shut up and dribble. These is the messengers that they talking about. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You feel me? We in derision. We being laughed at. Go ahead.
And look, when the Lord spake unto them, they
Mhm.
made a sport of his prophets.
They made a sport of his prophets. The NFL. You feel me? Soccer, basketball. Come on, man. They made sport of his prophets, man. We was made sports. We fill up every arena and we being laughed at the same time. How the hell they laughing at us and make sport of us? Because we the children of God. We the slaves. We the chosen people of Israel. You feel me? And we living out the curses. We living out everything that they said was gonna happen to us, man. And that's why this happened to Warren Sapp. And he don't even know it. Warren Sapp don't know this. Oh, go ahead. Salaka, my bad.
Hey,
I ain't see your hand raised.
To piggyback on what you were just saying, we're also told if we don't make it to the NFL or the NBA or something like that, then we ain't gonna be shit no way.
Nope. That's all you got. You got the NFL, drugs, and rap.
Laughed at.
That's all we got. NFL, drugs, and rap. You either play ball
Or you shuck and jive.
or you better rap.
Shuck and
Or
jive.
sell-
You gotta
sell
shuck and
drugs.
jive.
You feel me? That shit crazy, real talk. And Warren Sapp, he going through it. He going through the curses, and he don't even know it because he was taught by the Christian church. So he think this is just a coincidence.
Ah, didn't know that.
So
Hey,
for
let me get
in my
Jeremiah 2:14. Jeremiah 2:14.
13 years of going into the hall, also now it's time for you to go find insurance. So who you know go insure somebody who played 65% of the snaps in the National Football League for 10 plus years in the trenches? That wouldn't be a very good investment for you as an insurance company, would it?
The insurance company stuff, because that's what I deal with insurance companies.
That's crazy.
And they grind me like that, real talk. But yeah, Jeremiah 2:14. Is Israel a servant?
Is Israel a servant? This is a question. Is Israel a servant? You know what I'm saying? Is that all? Is that all we could do? Is play ball and for 13 years, give it all, play in the trenches, 65% of the snaps, and then once we're done, we get no more insurance? Is we just a servant? We made y'all all these millions and millions and millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? For you, we made you billions of dollars for you to pay me millions of dollars, but yet, you know what I'm saying? Like my insurance is cut off 5 years after, you know what I'm saying? After I finish making you billions of dollars, I get no more insurance now. I mean, is Israel just a servant? Is we just a servants? Keep going.
Is he a homeborn slave?
Is he a homeborn slave? Like, are we just servants and homeborn slaves? You know what I'm saying? This man, what was the brother name that had a cardiac arrest?
It's Hamlin. Something for the Buffalo Bills. His last name Hamlin.
The brother for the Buffalo Bills, Hamlin, that had cardiac arrest on the goddamn field. They had to give the man CPR.
And if I may,
to revive him.
If I may, when he woke up from the hospital, guess what he asked?
I was just gonna say that.
See,
He said when he
that was
right. And then I think in the article I read, the doctor was like, you won the game of life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Sometimes you more worried about who won the game than you actually still being alive. Like, that's crazy. Is Israel just a servant and a homeborn slave? Keep going.
Why is he spoiled?
Why is he spoiled? You know what I'm saying? If you got some out of date milk in your refrigerator, it's spoiled. It's out of date. It's no good. You know what I'm saying? Like why is Israel? We really homeborn servants and homeborn slaves? Or are we just spoiled? Why are we no good?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we think we no good if we don't make it to the NFL? Why are we no good if we ain't shucking and jiving for the Jewish rap labels for us to get a record deal? Well, why we think we just we ain't shit if we ain't making these devils millions of dollars for then to turn around for us to have nothing after we done making them millions of dollars? So I mean, is Israel just a servant? Are we a homeborn slave? Why are we spoiled? Is this all you think that we good for? Is it nothing better for the black Hispanic man? No, and Native man, American, so-called American man and woman, is nothing better for us.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have.
Oh, that's biblical prophecy. We just read it for you. Jeremiah 2:14, First Ezra 1:51. We just read it for you. This is what we going through is biblical prophecy. So yeah, we're gonna drop that. And we'll go to the next video.